Guys, we are live. We are the incident happened. We'll be over there in a minute. We got a lot of police activity over here. See what's going on. Pretty much a rapid response. We do have police everywhere, so we will be going across the street to the Bellagio. There's a lot of activity out here. I don't have my stabilizer with me. I got a Monty Pod with me. We are going to go over to the Bellagio where the incident did happen. We're also going to be going to we'll be covering Also,
Look at that love. Make sure y'all go to
Sin City family court dates. We will be covering those. We will be live at the courthouse covering his arraignments and all that stuff. That's what we do. We're Community Watchdog Media. Look out for the community. Like everybody else has seen, he's in custody. And we're just going to make sure he stays in custody. Pretty sure there's going to be other people that was part of this going to be arrested also. Oh, there's copyrighted music right there. I guess I went the wrong way. I'm trying to get to the escalators to go over to the Bellagio. We're back. I had a copyright music. I had to mute that, so I have to talk over it. But there's a lot of police officers that are here on the strip position. You know, you see them. They're all over the place. You know, there's a lot of vloggers that won't cover this. There was a female vlogger today, you know, but she has to, you know, vlog inside the casinos and everything. Then she walked by the scene, you know, pointed it out, but you know, they're too good to do kind of coverage like this. Pretty sure Not Leaving Las Vegas is gonna have a video about this coming out. Like, you know, the boring guy, he actually, you know, was sitting inside a casino. He didn't want no part of being outside. If you haven't subscribed to the other me, he was a friend of Finney, the legend. He was on many of his podcasts exposing, you know, Manny for who he was. And it's not even that serious, man. You took it to the next level. In front of kids, in front of the whole world. You made a name for yourself, you know? When you're sitting in, you know, prison for the rest of your life, too bad that it couldn't have live streams in there. We see how you know, change your name to Sin City Punk Boy. You're going to get punked the whole time you're in there, you know? But, you know, that goes to say, once you're a thug, you're always a thug. You know, there's no changing that. This was a senseless act. This is the community I was born and raised in, and I take this serious. You know, and it's just, I mean, you got weirdos out there that are in people's chats, and if their moderators time them out or ban them, and they'll go after those, you know. So if you got bad mods or banning people, doing this, da da da. Never know. Those people that got banned might show up on your live, you know? So it's precaution that new Las Vegas live streamers has to deal with now. Looking good like always. But you know, and I feel sorry for Urban Nevada. He's real good friends with these people. She's a local Las Vegas vlogger. And if you can, go over and subscribe to her channel, Urban Nevada. We're going to talk about this more. I'm not going to stop, you know. I don't do this for clicks and views. I do this for educational purposes, to bring awareness of what's going on in our community and how you have a bunch of knuckleheads, you know, that want to dictate live streamers. You know, you know, there's a couple other bad apples that are here in our community still, you know, but it didn't even have to get like this, you know. You know, and it's like Julie's participation about knowing about what happened or what was going to happen, tampering with evidence by taking Manny's shirt and walking away like nothing happened. You know, you can go over there and see that video at Sin City DJ Mary. So this is the exact location where the double homicide happened last night on the strip, right here at the Bellagio. 2 people were gunned down right here in this area, right here. She was killed, her husband was killed by another Las Vegas vlogger who has since been arrested for the murder of both of them, but it happened right here. And it's just, as you can see, life moves on after it happened. But this is the exact location where it happened, right here. You know, rest in peace, bubbly, finita, you know, legend. So this is OG Gazer with IP2 News. Hey, OG Geezer, it's not that serious, brother. You know, I know you're all hyped up, pumping your fist up in the air, but understand, OG Geezer, this ain't that serious, dude. If you can't take a joke, go save up some money and buy a personality, because you really need one. So, we are here live at the Bellagio, where double homicide happened last night. And we're just thoughts and prayers to the families of the victims. OG Geezer, it's not that serious, brother. You know, it's not about you, OG Geezer. You know, but it's a senseless act that didn't need to come that far. As part of somebody being in the community, I'm not doing this for clicks and views and for money. I'm doing this to bring awareness, educational stuff to Las Vegas. A lot of bloggers here in Vegas won't sit here and take the time out of their day and vlog this. Like, how many people actually got out of their bed like I did last night and came down here and live streamed it? That's what we're about. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if it's 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Community Watchdog Media is going to be there. You know, that anything like this ever happens. But all those other vloggers, they didn't do anything, you know? But I was down here for 2 hours. I didn't get to bed until 9 o'clock this morning, covering this. But like I said, we're going to be at the trial. We're going to be at the arraignment. We're going to be all over this. And understand that, you know, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police, the district attorney, the FBI, you know, the mayor of Las Vegas, Fremont Street, you know, was fully aware of what this guy was about over a year and a half ago, and they did nothing to stop this, you know. So, was this preventable? Sure it was, but they did nothing to prevent this, and that goes to show you that, you know, our higher people have to be held accountable for not taking things serious. You know, this isn't that serious, guys, man. You know, to take a gun and think things out and then come shoot a couple people, that's serious, you know. But trolling people, stream sniping people, that comes with the territory of being a live streamer. You can't change that fact. But I think Las Vegas vloggers are going to, and vloggers in general, are going to change the way they do things, you know? Like I said, I'm OG Geezer. OG Geezer will be live at the Pride Festival this Saturday. And hopefully, you know, OG Geezer shows up. That's his niche. He loves those Pride Festivals. But, you know, let's just hope OG Geezer shows up at the Pride Festival. I'll be there. So, this is OG Geezer, IP News, reporting live from the Bellagio. OG, you don't have to come get in your car, get in your running shoes to come down here to confront me. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not that serious, brother. You know, you can sit there behind your, you know, keyboard warrior and with your command, you know, at your command center, you know, bark and rant, rave all you want, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, stop shopping in my neighborhood, OG Geezer. You got plenty of Walmarts and dollar stores near your house. Go there. Don't come to my neighborhood. Stay out of my neighborhood, buddy. You know? You're just toxic. Just kidding. You can go anywhere you want to, OG Geezer. It's not that serious, brother. You know? So, this is where it happened last night. We're going to do continuous coverage of the Manny trial, the arraignment, all that stuff. So, I want thank everybody for being here. I'm going to stay live for a little bit longer. I do not have a stabilizer with me. I have a monopod, tripod feet that I'm doing this on. So, but it's not even that serious. OG Geezer, it's not that serious, brother. You know, shout out to Wappy Flanker for, you know, showing up on my live stream last night. Real good people. But this is OG Gazer, IP2 News, here live in Las Vegas at the Bellagio.
Down here?
Yeah, on the other side of the light.
On the other side of the light. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
But yeah, guys, it wasn't that, you know, it didn't have to get to this level, and that's what people need to know and understand. Now, the local Las Vegas vloggers, not leaving Las Vegas, Steve will probably do a good stream about this, you know, so reach out, subscribe to him, you know, because you got to be careful nowadays. You know, we still got a couple maniacs out here running around, you know, that belong to other communities and other networks, but, you know, it's just, you got to take this stuff not that serious of what happened. You know, you got to take what happened seriously. But, you know, it didn't have to get to that serious level is what I meant to say. You know, it was preventable 100%, you know, but somebody chose to take a different route out. Scaring families, you know, and kids. There was kids out here. There was families out here. You know, and if you have a family and you just start shooting your gun recklessly like that, you know, there was no reason for it, for what happened, and you know, and it should have been stopped. It should, you know, and they're going to go through that, you know, and I'm pretty sure Julie's going to get charges, and the other people who participated and aided and abetted in his flight and tampering with the evidence, you know, because the guy knows what he did with the gun. I don't know, maybe he threw it in the Bellagio. We don't know, you know. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we will be covering his trial, his arraignments. We will be at court. Every time he's in court, we'll be in court, you know. Guys, I can't see chat.
I'm getting Starbucks tomorrow morning.
Hold on, guys. Guys, I can't see my chat. I don't know why. Get on my secondary phone here. Okay. I am on my phone. All right, I'm in my chat now. Hold on. Yeah, Julie needs to be arrested. Frank Gill says, are you undercover? Hell no. You know, I'm just a live streamer dude that grew up in this valley. No, no filter critic. I went by their house. Nobody's there, dude. The house is dark, bro. I drove by it before I came out here. Yeah, that was Cadillac family. Cadillac family was in Finney's chat and warned Finney that he was on his way over here. Yeah, I was watching the live stream as it happened. And what had happened was after it had happened, you know, I was in my vehicle. I went to Sin City family's house, see if there was any cops over there, and I came straight here and started video recording it. But not many people will do that, you know? Yeah, Artavia, you know, if you're a vlogger out here in Vegas and stuff like that, you got to know who's who, and you got to keep aware of who's actively vlogging here in Las Vegas, you know, and that way certain vloggers could avoid certain people, toxic people, bad people, you know, because you don't want to affiliate yourself with those type of people, because then that'll bring your channel down. Your guilt by association if you affiliate with the wrong vloggers, you know, and that's just the way it is, you know. Dribbles, I don't know who tipped them off. I mean, they all in the core, you know, you got people that were in Sin City's chat that were, or Discord, TikToks and stuff, that will work in both sides of it, you know. So, you know, one of their loyal subscribers probably was spying for Finney the Legend and all them guys. But you got to figure that Cadillac family, all those people, they were all, you know, against Sin City family, so the core group, you know. But due to the fact that Finney had a platform where he let everybody come up freely and voice their opinion and expose stuff that was going on within the Sin City family circle, you know, the people that got ripped off, the people that got conned, you know, he was a bigger target than JoJo, Cadillac family, and, you know, possibly the other me, you know. But it's just, it didn't need to happen. 100% didn't need to happen. It wasn't that serious, you know.
Do you know what time that water lifts up?
I don't know. I think every hour.
Every hour?
Yeah. Thomas Franco, I don't know. I'm going to dig a little deeper into all that. Get Freedom of Information Act and file for all the police reports in this case, and any arrest body cam footage of Manny I'm going to try to get with the Freedom of Information Act, and expose all this, you know. You know, this could have been a Matthew Ross situation. This could have been a Vegas Beats, you know, VIP's situation. That, you know, could happen to anybody. So be careful when you want to sit there, dramatize, talk shit, be a bully, you know, and everything like that on live stream, you know. And if you don't take that stuff serious, you know, I mean, I change your ways. I change how you operate, you know, because, you know, you never know. It could happen again, you know. We got a bunch of toxic people in this community, you know, and I'm not going to name names, but, you know, it's just be careful what you ask for. Yeah, I have an Instagram. It's communitywatchmedia. Yeah, I believe Urban Nevada, she's probably taking this all into, you know, she's good people. And, you know, a lot of like Walk with Rhonda, who was a panel moderator for the Feds family, you know, uh, probably taking all this in too, you know, like, you know, now more people come forward and really express and expose the things that they didn't want to talk about before because, you know, since his family was out on the street, you know, but now that he's locked up, you know, they can get sleep at night knowing Sin City family's locked up, you know, and come out and actually speak out against Sin City family without no retaliation now. No, it's just another day in Vegas, man. They clean up the blood, they clean up the crime scene, move on, you know. This right here is the exact spot where it happened. Uh, you know what I'm saying? He tried to act like Kenny the Legend. Everybody wasn't getting to him, but it goes to show you, his body language and behavior told a different story. You know, he was unpredictable. Nobody would have ever thought it would amount to this. Nobody would ever think that. Nobody would ever think that. You know, you know. No, man, he went out with a hoorah. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know.